Welcome, everybody. It is yours truly, Kob Ruegler. As in, switch my first and last initial. You should try it sometime. It's actually quite funny. I mean, in fact, I could even try it right now. Let's do it. Carrie Buslowski. Just like that. Boom. Done. Just like that. Wow. It's really, really interesting stuff, guys. Sorry. But once again, it is my turn to bring you all the Tears video, since you all have been patiently waiting for it. Before I get started, y'all, and I'm actually going to switch things up this time. I am not going to drink the Nectar of the Gods today. It's Friday. I'm in a whiny mood. Shout out to you, Martina. I'm going to drink Mr. Wonderful's favorite drink of all, wine. Chevalier de Testament!
Chevalier de Testament.
Keep telling my wife, you gotta polish my Testament. She says, polish your own Testament.
All right, y'all. A few disclaimers. This is completely my opinion. I'm only going to count records for when the owner actually took over for the team. For example, I took over my team the second season. So I'm only going to count my record from the second season on. So, and then I won't be touching a whole lot on defensive players. I don't know. I don't want to make the video too long. It probably will be already long, but no homo. But we'll see. The focus is going to be on their record, key offensive players, questions, predictions that I have for their team going forward. So, oh yeah, and by the way, before we even start too, I did some research. I am actually 5 cases of Diet Mountain Dew in the green after going back and looking at my previous videos and previous research. I am 5 cases above. 5 cases in the green. Let's freaking go, fellas. That's called unleashing. Anyway. Without further ado, guys, here we go. I've got 9 tiers. Let's get started. Tier number 1, the champs. Pretty self-explanatory. These are the teams. There are 2. These are the teams that have reached the apex, the complete goal while we're even in this league, to try and get all the money, all the fame, all the glory, and the big trophy that comes along with it. And there have been 2 in our glorious PNL league that have done that. And we're going to start with Tolliver, who likes to be sometimes very obnoxious with reminding us all that he wins a lot.
Oh yeah, yo!
It's all true. It's all true. Tolliver, 36-5 all time, back-to-back champ. Key players: Dak Prescott, Austin Eckler, Tony Pollard, Joe Mixon, Cam Akers, CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jeudy, Michael Pittman, George Pickens, Travis Kelce, Freiermuth, Watt, Parsons, Roquan Smith, Bosa. Jeez, that's a humdinger. That's a humdinger. So I don't think that he will lose his division anytime soon whatsoever. He'll be in the thick of it for sure again to win again. So, yeah. Now, on to the next team. Hood MHB, Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm sorry, Tolliver, the Seattle Seahawks. Owner of the Seattle Seahawks. Hood MHB, Jacksonville Jaguars, 34-7 all time. He was the very, very first champ back in 2020. I was not there, but I went back and looked at it. So, key players: Tua Tagovailoa. Jeez, try saying that 5 times fast. Derrick Henry, David Montgomery, Stephon Diggs, Adams, Waddle, London, Kittle, Disley, Shaq Barrett, Alex Singleton, Cam Jordan. You've got a really good team. My question is, though, your players, some of them are a lot older, and Tua, dude, I don't know about Tua. I really don't know about Tua. Tua is huge question mark to me. He has got to stay healthy this year for you. Otherwise, oh boy. Yeah, he'll be in trouble for the next few years. But nevertheless, you won the chip in 2020. That is tier 1, y'all. We're going to move on to tier 2. The Mafia Dons, a.k.a. the Richards. Although tier 1 is also the Richards. So tier 1 and tier 2 are the Richards.
There is no nobility in poverty. I have been a rich man and I have been a poor man, and I choose rich every fucking time.
We're going to start with the New York Jets, B. Koch 21, also known as Vito Corleone.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
34-7 all time. His key players: Lamar Jackson, Saquon Barkley, Nick Chubb, J.K. Dobbins, Cooper Kupp, Devontae Smith, Deontay Johnson, Rashad Bateman, T.J. Hawkinson, Khalil Mack, and C.J. Mosley. Now, you really are quite the richer because you've won $410. You spent $75. $335 basically is in your guy in your pocket here. Well, that's just, over a 3-year stretch here. That way that you've spent. But anyway, so that's quite, geez, that cash flow is something that Mr. Wonderful would absolutely love.
In cash, I know because I like to watch it flow. When I ask valuation, I want no hesitation. Are you worth $10 million? Hell no.
As well, but I've got to say, I'm disappointed. Like, you've been in the finals twice, and you found a way to choke and gag like Jimmy Gag does in the playoffs? What gives? What gives, man? It's disappointing. But now that I say this, I'm probably going to wake up a few days from now with a severed horse's head in my bed, so.
Tomorrow.
Moving on to my buddy, La Martina. $37-4 all time. You have the best record, believe it or not. Key players: Joe Burrow, Najee Harris, Breece Hall, Dameon Pierce, Tyreek Hill, A.J. Brown, Deebo Samuel, Terry McLaurin, Mark Andrews, Sam Laporta, Joey Bosa, Devin White, Chase Young. Although the biggest question mark to me for your team by far is Zach Wilson is now Aaron Rodgers' hot garbage tablet holder. Hot, well, yeah, to some women. A lot of women, actually. But that's neither here nor there. Well, we got to keep this family friendly. Sorry. But, Zach Wilson, geez. But, I'm sorry, I can't say anything more. It's only O-line's fault. I'll stop right there. So, the final Richer, / Mafia Don, Nick Ott, who I am now stuck with. 31-10 all time. Key players: Nick Ott, owner of the Detroit Lions. Key players: Patrick Mahomes, Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Calvin Ridley, Gabe Davis, KJ Osborne. Wait. Mr. Osborne?
Mr. Osborne.
Sticky as well. To top off your roster. To me, Nick Ott, is Gabe Davis finally going to make that leap? He should have last year, but he had an extremely disappointing year. A lot of drop passes. So, but wait, you have Willie Gay on your roster? What? Am I reading this right? Willie Gay?
I'm gay.
Nevertheless, Nick Ott, you'll have a good team. And I'm really in for it for sure. So, all respect to you, Nick Ott. Tier 3, division winners. Only 3 teams. Destroyers, owner of the Miami Dolphins, 23-18 all time. Won the AFC North. Key players: Matthew Stafford, Williams, Lockett, Thomas, Robert Woods, Vita Vea, CJ Gardner-Johnson. However, you now have R.D. Witt, owner of the Colts now, in your division. And, yeah, that's going to be a tough task for you to repeat as division champ for sure. Moving on. Little man, owner of the New Orleans Saints, 20-8 record. Key players: Jalen Hurts, T. Higgins, Juju Smith-Schuster, Nico Collins, Trey Hendrickson. You now have Gigi Snubs, owner of the Commanders, now in your division, and Miracle Squad, who actually is not an AFK anymore. Great stuff. Anyway, you have a decent shot of repeating, but I think you're still gonna have a hard time though. But nevertheless, you won the division last year, so congratulations, you made it tier 3. And last but not least, A-Smelly7, owner of the New York Giants. Now, you don't have a record because you literally just took over the team not that too long ago. But I'll still go through your key players. Samaje Perine, Ford, who I just gave you, Cortland Sutton, Van Jefferson, Levante David, and Landon Roberts. So, that's about that. For your team, man, you got to get a quarterback for sure because there's other teams in your division that have a quarterback, and like Team Gelbert and Farblicious, for example. So, I mean, yeah, you got to definitely prioritize getting a quarterback. But that's just me, though. Tier 4, the little finger tier. This is the tier for the teams that have a lot of draft capital, a lot of good pieces, and are not that far off from actually heavily competing. And there's only one team that fits the bill. Baltimore Raven. 16-25 all-time record, although last year he tanked. So you got to take that into consideration. Key players, though: Russell Wilson. My gosh, I can't even read my own handwriting. This is, jeez. What are you doing? Jahmyr Gibbs, James Cook, Jordan Addison, Quentin Johnston, Josh Downs, Irv Smith, Will Anderson, Patrick Queen, Eric Hendricks. And 69 draft picks. A crap ton of draft capital, man. My goodness. Wow. I think this rebuild is probably going to work out for you very, very good here. So, super young team. To me, I'm very curious as far as what James Cook is going to do for you. Will he take the next step? I believe he will, because the Bills need to take the next step with him running the ball, not Josh Allen running the ball a whole lot more. Because, yeah, that's how they're going to evolve and really challenge the Bengals and the Chiefs this year, is James Cook has got to be the workhorse running back for them. Now, they did add Damian Harris, but I wouldn't really be too concerned with it, honestly. I think James Cook is still going to get a boatload of carries. So, you're right there, man. So, will Wilson rebound? I think so. That's also a big question that I thought of your team. I think he will. Now that Sean Payton is there, he should. If he doesn't, then he really is garbage. So, that is that. Now, Tier 5 and Tier 6. These are the middle-class teams. It was really hard for me to kind of distinguish and create a unique name, but Tier 5, Tier 6, or lack thereof, upper middle class and lower middle class. These teams really do not suck to me. I think some of them are better than others, hence why there's an upper middle class, but none of these teams, there's some missing pieces for sure, and they're behind some richers here. So that's why they're not higher. So, moving on. Tier 5, upper middle class. The upper middle class. Hater fan. Los Angeles Chargers. 17-11 lifetime record. Key players: Brock Purdy, Jared Goff, A.J. Dillon, Gibson, Jamar Chase. Ooh, I love Jamar Chase. I'll drink to that. Brandon Cooks, Marquise Brown, Curtis Samuel, Noah Fant, Dre Greenlaw, Jalen Ramsey, Montez Sweat. Honestly, man, I really like your team a lot. I really do. Problem is, you're behind a richer. That's because, Kerry Buslowski. But anyway, I hope you don't take that personal, because now he's gonna kill me again. R.D. Witt, owner of the Indianapolis Colts, 12-2 lifetime record. Only played for 1 year, but had a damn good year last year. Key players: Derek Carr, Jimmy Garoppolo. Wait, Jimmy Garoppolo? As in Jimmy Gag? Jimmy Gag? Really? DeAndre Swift, Jamal Williams, Justin Jefferson, Brandon Ayuk, Jahan Dotson, Von Miller, Kayvon Thibodeau, Tyrann Mathieu. I really like your team as well. And Von Miller will come back with a vengeance this year. I really do believe so. I don't think the Bills should rush him back. So he'll come back with a vengeance this year. And with this new defensive change for you, he'll help you quite a bit. And I think that you are going to win your division this year. And I have 5 cases. I'm going to put 6 cases of Diet Mountain Dew. 6 cases right there for you to win. All right, moving on. Tennessee Titans. Tighten the fuck up, a.k.a. Mr. Wonderful.
Yes! So, as usual, all roads lead to Mr. Wonderful. I like royalties.
Well, there's only one Mr. Wonderful.
17-12 lifetime record. Key players. I don't know if you were in the first year anyway, but all I saw was that you were playing the first 2 years. I don't know. You may have changed your username. I don't know. But key players: Deshaun Watson, James Conner, Isaiah Pacheco, Brian Robinson, DeAndre Hopkins, Cooper, Amari Cooper, that is, Christian Kirk, Darren Waller, Hassan Reddick, Frankie Louvu, DeForest Buckner, Ed Oliver. So, I really like your team a lot too. You really need to give your team more credit than you're giving it. It's a really good team. But unfortunately, yeah, you're stuck behind a richer. My buddy, La Martina. So, and kind of controversial, but I put him in here, okay? Team Jalberg. 10-31 lifetime record. You're like, what? A guy 10-31 in this tier? What, are you smoking crack? What is wrong with you? I'm not. I promise you. I'm just very high on his team. Daniel Jones, Kenneth Walker, but he has a ton of draft capital that he can leverage to get a lot more pieces. I believe he is going to challenge that division with Ace Smelly, Draft Magic, and Farblicious, for sure. I think he's going to challenge that big time this year. That's why I put him here. I'm high on him to challenge his division to maybe even win it. Who knows? But I put him there. So that's my... Nope. Sorry. I'm sorry. One more team. GG Snubs. Owner of the Washington Commanders. Boy, I really like your team, my man. Key players: Sam Howell, Jordan Love, Deontay Foreman. Yes, I was wrong. Okay, I'll own that now. Okay. Chris Olave, Keenan Allen, Christian Watson, Traylon Burks. But wait, what's this? Taysom Hill is your running back 1?
Sounds hot.
And last but not least, Fred Warner. I really like your team a lot, and you've got really good, important quarterback depth. I believe that one of those two, between Sam Howell and Jordan Love, and if I had to pick, Sam Howell is going to pan out for you, just because Eric Bieniemy is there, and he played well down the air last year. So, I mean, I think it's a good project quarterback that you have in your hands. Now, Jordan Love, I have my doubts that he's going to pan out. But if he does, boom. Now you have 2. Now you have 2 quarterbacks in this league that is vitally important. So, which means you can leverage one of those 2 to get more, more depth and more to round out your roster better, But I believe that you will win your division this year as well. You've got a more well-rounded roster, than everyone else in your league, to me, in my opinion. And I will put 5 cases of Diet Mountain Dew on that. take that to the bank. Tier 6, lower middle class. Now these teams, I'd say, they're good teams, but they're missing some pieces, and also they need a lot of stuff to go their way in order for them to win their division. Spoiler alert, I am in this division. Division. What the fuck am I saying? I'm in this tier. Brown 007, owner of the Cleveland Browns, 25-16 all-time record. Key players: Geno Smith, Alvin Kamara, Mo Alley Cox, Hayden Hurst, Bobby Wagner, Aaron Donald, and Jordan Poyer. You have a really good team. Well, not a really good team, but you have a decent team. But you're not going to challenge R.D. Witt or Destroyers this year. R.D. Witt's going to take that division, in my opinion. Moving on, Z-Ray M1, owner of the Houston Texans. The newbie, one of the newbies. Welcome, man. Key players: Mr. Trubisky, Travis Etienne, Miles Sanders, DK Metcalf, Elijah Moore, Dawson Knox, Fletcher Cox, Darius Slay. The big missing piece for you, though, man, is that you have no starting QBs at this point, but you do have pieces to leverage that and make that a reality. But look, I'm not going to tell you how to run your team, but I'm just noticed that I noticed. Just a thing that I noticed, rather. Excuse me. Skyline, owner of the Buffalo Bills, 10-31 all-time record. Key players: George Pickett. I'm sorry, Kenny Pickett. I got my mind mixed up with George Pickens. Excuse me, y'all. I'm just having massive brain force today. Kenny Pickett, Khalil Herbert, Damian Harris, Kenneth Gainwell, DJ Moore, Zay Jones, DJ Chark, Michael Gallup, Chase Claypool, Evan Ingram, Hunter Henry, Justin Tucker. Justin Tucker? You have the GOAT? You have the freaking GOAT kicker? Are you kidding me?
We should be on our hands and knees right now, getting ready to suck this guy off. All right? Like this, okay?
And last but not least, you have Matt Milano, an all-pro, Pro Bowler, 1 and 2. But nevertheless, very good defensive player for the Buffalo Bills. You have a lot of wide receivers, my man. So that's a good thing that you got going for you. You can really leverage that to get more pieces if you really wanted to. Because I think you're somewhat thin at running back to me. But look, that's just me though. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. Anyway, moving on to Favre-licious. Favre-licious? Do you have a homosexual relationship with Brett Favre or something? What?
Try being gay.
Bay Packers, 20-21 all-time record. Key players: Aaron Rodgers, also known as Aaron Fraudgers, Rashad Penny, Jerick McKinnon. No, you don't have Jordan Hicks on that team. Glad I caught that while I made this. You just trade away Jordan Hicks. And that's it. So, yeah, pretty thin, man. You don't really have any notable wide receivers to me. So, but you do have Aaron Rodgers, who will keep you in the thick of things, I think, for sure. But yeah, moving on to Draft Magic. 16-25 all-time record. Key players: Gus Edwards, James Robinson, Darius Slayton, Greg Dortch, Nelson Aguilar. Yeah, Nelson Aguilar.
We was catching him, unlike Aguilar.
Scotty Miller, Tremaine Edmonds, Pete Warner. And that's it, man. Pete Warner, I like Pete Warner. Warner. I had him on my team last year, I believe. Yeah, but he's a good defensive player. He's very, very young too, so like him. But yeah, I think you'll be in the thick of it too. I think that division is wide open between you, Ace Smelly, Team Jelber, and Favre-licious. That division is gonna be fun to watch to see what even happens with that one, as far as who comes out of that. I'm leaning towards Team Jelber to make it out, but look, I mean, all it takes is one injury, and then boom, someone can just take that division right then and there and seize it. So, wait, did I miss something? Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Flea Flickers, owner of the Arizona Cardinals, 10-18 record. Key players: Colt McCoy, Kyler Murray, Shakir, Quez Watkins, Dallas Goedert, Zaire Franklin, Myles Garrett, Zaire Franklin. Whew. Almost 400 points that guy gave you. Wow. Biggest thing with you though is that you do lack running backs. We really don't have any running backs, to be quite honest with you. But you do have your quarterback situation solved though, because now you have Colt McCoy to play for you while Kyler Murray is hurt. So you do have that going for you. So I play you in week 1. So take it easy on me, Mom, please. Oh, wow. Speaking of the devil, let's go to my team. Rob Tober. Philadelphia Eagles, 9-19 record. Key players: Josh Allen, Javonte Williams, Adam Thielen, Darnell Mooney, Paris Campbell, Valdez-Scantling, Kyle Pitts, and Wasu. Now, I'm being objective here, and I humbled myself to put myself into tier 6, yeah. Tier 6 lower middle class, because I really lack some big wide receiver talent. I do have some first-round picks that I can leverage to try to get it, but, geez, it seems the richer you get, the stingier you get. So, but I'm in the division with David, Nick Ott, and Flea Flickers, so, yeah, gonna need some help, man, for sure, I think. But, I'm willing to take on the challenge, though, of trying to get out of this division. So, App Hill, also another newbie, owner of the Atlanta Falcons. Key players: Kirk Cousins, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Zeke Elliott. Wait, no. Yeah, Zeke Elliott, sorry. Sky Moore, Tyler Higbee, and Kaiser White. To me, yeah, for you, lack some wide receivers. Wide receivers are thin there. Sky Moore should be better, but how much better? Who knows? But yeah, your mom loves me. No, my mom does not love you. My mom loves my father. Why would you make that assumption? Why are you being so freaking weird about it? Wow. Anyway, this guy, owner of the Carolina Panthers, 10-4 record. Key players: Anthony Richardson, Will Levis, Josh Kelly, Zay Flowers, Romeo Doubs, Michael Mayer, DeMarcus Lawrence, Pat Surtain. But for you, man, yeah, like Anthony Richardson, that's a project. You're still you did pretty good though last year, 10-4. That is really good record actually. I think you did it better than me anyway. So, but unfortunately, man, you're stuck behind Tolliver. You're in that division with Tolliver, and he's not going to go anywhere anytime soon, unfortunately. So, and, another newbie, RGG Greggs, owner of the San Francisco 49ers. Key players: Bryce Young, Trey Lance, Melvin Gordon, Devontae Parker, Cole Kmet. And that's it. Very thin at wide receiver, very thin at running back. And you're in the same dilemma as the Panthers. I'm not even going to say that name, because it's not true. It's not true. My mom loves my father. You can't insinuate that my mom is cheating on my dad. That's wrong, man. What are you doing? Anyway, I got off topic. But anyway, RGG Greggs, unfortunately in the same dilemma as the Panthers. You're in the same division as Tolliver. So, yeah. I'm sorry, my man. Luck of the draw with that one, I suppose. Moving on to my favorite. Tier 7. Tradeaholics. These are the teams that have a good team 1 minute, a bad team the next, then a good team 6.9 seconds ago, then a bad team 69 months later. Like, these teams cannot make up their mind on who they want to keep. They're just moving players in and out the door, draft picks in and out the door, like, wow, with no defined plan. And there's only one team. David, owner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 23-18 record all time. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Your best finish was actually third in the first. You finished third in the very first PNL season. I saw that. Your key players: Baker Mayfield, Davis Mills, Aaron Jones. Your newly acquired Chris Godwin, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Sterling Shepard, N'Keal Harry, Njoku, and Bellinger. For you, man, Baker must rebound in a big way for you in order for you to even have a shot at making the playoffs, man. But please, man, you have got to get help for your fantasy football trade addiction. You must, please, call the Addiction Network. You must call the Addiction Network.
Addiction is a disease. We are the Addiction Network. Why haven't you called? What are you waiting for?
Tier 8, the AFKs. These are the teams that rarely or never communicate in direct messages, chat, send counters, nothing. They're just ghosts. They're just cockroaches, as Mr. Wonderful would like to say. P. Smitty, owner of the Las Vegas Raiders, 1922 record all-time. Key players: Desmond Ridder, Christian McCaffrey, Devin Singletary, Kadarius Toney, Renfro, Gage, who just hurt himself actually, so he's disqualified. That's what happens when you're not active, you know? Players just go off and just get hurt. Zach Ertz, Matthew Judon, Diggs, and Gardner. You've been here from the beginning, and yet you're this inactive? Wow. Jeez, man. Anyway. Ish Mataz, owner of the Cincinnati Bengals, 7-7 record all time. Key players: Justin Herbert, Jonathan Taylor, Mike Evans, OBJ, Rondale Moore, Jonathan Mingo, Aiden Hutchinson. Unfortunately, your team is not going anywhere whatsoever. You're stuck behind Baltimore Raven and Hood. So, yeah, you're not going to go anywhere. And you're just going to remain AFK, probably. You're probably not even going to see this video. But, yeah. Freight Train, owner of the Pittsburgh Steelers, 11-30 all-time record. Key players: Justin Fields, Rashad White, Garrett Wilson, Rashee Rice, Tunyon, Matt Gay as your kicker?
I'm gay.
Leighton Vander Esch, Javon Hargrave, and Carter. So, yeah. For you, you're in the division with Lamartine and Titan to fuck up. No, you have no chance. Sorry, bud. You have no chance. Miracle Squad, 1-13, all-time record. Key players: Ryan Tannehill, Alexander Madison, Allen Robinson, Austin Hooper, Brandon Graham, Dalvin Cook, Tyler Boyd. I thought about moving you up, but I was like, nah. 2 days? Nah, not enough time. We'll see if you maintain your active streak here. We'll see. But you're in the division with Little Man, New Orleans Saints, Gigi Snubs, the Commanders, the Falcons. Look, man, I don't think you're going to win division this year. I really do think that Commanders are going to take it this year. So, and you leveraged all of your picks, your first-round picks. They're going to be quite high. I have one of them, too. Gave one of them to Dalvin Cook. So, jeez, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, A. Dukas, 11-30 all-time record. Owner of the Dallas Cowboys. Key players: Trevor Lawrence, Josh Jacobs, JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba, and Alan Lazard. Unfortunately, you're in the same dilemma as the Panthers. I'm not going to say the name. And RGG Greggs, owner of the 49ers. You're in the same division as Tolliver, and he's not going away anytime soon. So, unfortunately, yeah, you won't be going anywhere, man. Sorry. Which leads me to the final tier. Tier 9. The Russell Westbrook tier. These are the teams that are hot garbage.
They're crap. Crap, mega crap.
Is that there are rich teams and there are poor teams. Then there's 50 feet of crap. And then there's us.
And there are two teams that fit the bill for this. Final two teams. Raven for life, owner of the New England Patriots, 2-39, the absolute worst record in the league. And I even looked back, I was like, geez, only 2 wins in 3 years? Wow. I looked back and I saw, you beat me back in 2021. Granted, I was tanking. And Skyline in 2020, the very first season. Your key player, you only have one, and that's Mac Jones. Now, the only silver lining for you, my man, is you do own all of your firsts. So that is something. But Mac Jones better pan out. Otherwise, you're just going to remain in this tier for quite a while, man. So that's all I got to say. And Kid Punk, owner of the Denver Broncos, 4-24 lifetime record. Key players, C.J. Stroud, and Marvin Jones. You own your 2026 first, and, well, you're definitely going to need it, my man. Definitely going to need it. So, you're in division with RD Wed. Yeah, you have no chance. So, I'm sorry, man. You just don't. So, don't take it personal. I just don't see you doing anything for several years. That is it, y'all. That is the tiers. For the PNL Fantasy Football League. This is yours truly, Kob Ruegler, signing off. Hope you all enjoyed. Like, share, and subscribe. And if you don't, you're disqualified. Peace.